afternoon, class. Do any of you happen to know what this number stands for? Here it is. 3.14159265 Answers? Didn't think so. Dun dun dun!
Archimedes!
Archimedes. Who is Archimedes, you ask? He's a famous Greek mathematician. What's a mathematician? That doesn't matter. Yet. How did he become a famous Greek? Well, let me tell you. Archimedes was born in the year of 287 BC in the town of Syracuse on the island of Sicily, which is on the boot point of the peninsula of Italy. His father, Phidias, was an ancient Greek astronomer who not very much is known of. His uncle, King Huon II, was the king of Syracuse, where Archimedes lived. Did you get all that? You better have, because we're having a quiz tomorrow on every single word of it. Moving on. Remember that number I was telling you about that none of you could tell me what it was? Well, that was what made Archimedes a famous Greek mathematician. Dun dun dun!
Archimedes!
So what made Archimedes a famous Greek mathematician? He squared a parabola, he made pi, and he did the impossible task of finding out how many sand grains were in the universe. All of those right here. Have you ever heard of pi? Not the kind you eat, but the number pi. Archimedes invented this, but he called it the measurement of circle. He invented pi to help calculate the circumference of a circle. The formula for this is pi r squared. Archimedes did something called the quadrature of the parabola. In this, he discovered how to measure the area of an enclosed parabola. To do this, he did the same thing as he did when creating pi. He put a triangle inside the arc because he knew how to measure the area of a triangle. And then he kept putting triangles in it until he was close to the actual shape of the circle. And then he had the approximate answer of the area of the arc. Or, in the pi case, he would have found the circumference of the circle. But you have to think, this might have been hard since there was no whiteboards or blackboards. So he used dust, ash, or sand, or any other available resource. Anything else, like his formulas and his actual answers, he wrote down on what little parchment he had. When you think of sand, what do you think of? Beaches? Islands? Hawaii? Probably not Archimedes. But the sand does play a pretty big role in Archimedes' road to being a famous Greek mathematician. This is because of the sand reckoner. In this, he completed the seemingly impossible task of counting how many sand grains were in the universe. To do this, he created a system based around myriads, the Greek uncountable. Using this system, he finally calculated the number of sand grains in the universe to be 8 times 1063. This is off a base of 10,000. Okay, so we will have this quiz. Oh, sorry, you're back. Okay, so do any of you happen to know when Archimedes died? Didn't think so. Dun, dun, dun.
Archimedes!
What would you have written on your tombstone? Your name? The date you died? Archimedes had a sphere and a cylinder with the same volume, for this was his favorite experiment. He died in 212 BC and lived for 75 years. He was killed during the Second Punic War, when the Romans invaded Sicily. His last words were, "Do not disturb my circles," as he said these to a guard while he was studying a diagram, and the guard slayed Archimedes. The sites I used for this was ancientgreece.com, YouTube, and Wikipedia. Thank you.